What do you want to be when you grow up, Olivia?
An astronaut.
I want to be a fashion designer.
A basketball player.
I want to be an actor.
A doctor.
A teacher.
A chef.
An artist.
What do you want to be when you grow up? A mermaid.
Do you know what a computer programmer is?
Yeah, no.
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 I think it's something that has codes and is able to decode a mystery.
I think that they...
Wait, what?
Computer programmer?
No.
Nowadays, just about everything requires some form of programming. So, what is it? Programming is basically explaining to a computer what you want it to do for you.
Programming is one of the only things in the world that you can do where you can sit down and just make something completely new from scratch, you know, whatever you want.
It's really not unlike kind of playing an instrument or something, or playing a sport. It starts out being very intimidating, but you kind of get the hang of it over time.
Coding is something that can be learned, and I know it can be intimidating. A lot of things are intimidating, but you know, what isn't?
A lot of the coding that people do is actually fairly simple. It's more about the process of breaking down problems than, sort of coming up with complicated algorithms as people traditionally think about it.
I was obsessed with maps when I was a kid, and cities specifically. So I taught myself how to program. I had a very clear goal of what I wanted to do, which is to see a map of the city on my screen and play with it. Put things on the map, move things around the map, see what was happening in the city, how it worked, how it lived, how it breathed.
The best early thing was actually using software to decide when the classes in my school would meet, and that put me in a position to decide which girls were in my class.
All great things are built in teams when you collaborate with other smart people.
You're testing your ideas, you're stimulating each other. That's what makes us successful. It's not some flash of brilliance by somebody who then codes 24 hours a day for 3 weeks. It's what happened. The magic happens when we're all on the same page, collaborating and building something together.
A good person for this job would be somebody who is probably pretty good at math, pretty good at logic. There's a lot of problem solving that goes on in this industry. Also somebody who has kind of a feel for electronics, gadgets, people that are also very resourceful. They know how to solve problems, and not always in the most direct way, but they know how to look for answers in a lot of different places, thinking outside of the box. There's often a stereotype about programmers that they sit in rooms and they program in the dark by themselves all day, and the industry is really opening up to be more communicative, more partnerships, working in teams, a lot of collaboration. So while obviously the programming is essential, communication skills are really becoming important with all the amount of teamwork that's happening these days. The thing I like most is things continue to change every day, and you always have to keep up with it and keep learning all the new stuff. For example, 5 years ago, we didn't really have to worry about phones and mobile technology, and there's always learning and growing pains to learn all these new technologies all the time, but the payoff when you do find the answer and when you do get something to work makes it all worth it.